Hey everybody, and welcome back to X-Wing Sweden. This is the Varberg Store Championship final game between Christopher Bengtsson and Jesper Svensson. I'm Mike Dennis from the 186 Squadron Podcast, and I'm joined by the host of the 186 Squadron Podcast, Alex Birt.
Hello.
Excellent. So this is our second commentary on Chris's channel for the Varberg Store Championship. We also did the semifinals, which also had Chris in it.
Yes,
And
indeed.
Chris is a honorary member of our squadron. He's sporting our t-shirt, if you can see it.
Yeah, there you go. You can see it in the corner.
Branding.
Edge of the screen. So the semi-final was against Bobber, Fen, and a quad jumper. So let's see if the upgrades make a difference in this matchup.
Yep, it seems what we've done is we've dropped the quad jumper for loads more upgrades on Boba Fett, and we've gone up to Fearless on Fenrir as well.
In addition to the debris gambit, he now has perceptive co-pilot instead of the 000 that we saw in the previous game. Proton bombs are supposed to seismic charges. Contraband cybernetics, which let him do the red moves and actions when stressed. Han Solo gunner, an engine upgrade, and a
Shield upgrade.
shield upgrade. That's it. It's not an engine upgrade. Because why would you take an engine upgrade when your boost is white?
That's a good point, and I did not know to correct you on that. So we're highly qualified. Definitely should be here.
Yeah,
He's also got the Marauder title and the Marauder title and Han Solo Gunner.
Yes, which are the kind of standard upgrades for Boba Fett at the moment.
So is the Marauder title a lot better than the Boba Fett title?
Well, the Slave 1 title lets
That's
you. I think it gives you a torpedo slot still, but it gives you basically old Imperial Bobber's ability, but slightly differently worded. So I think there's it lets you change your move when you reveal your dial, basically. Whereas the Marauder title gives you a reroll out of the rear arc and gives you the gunner slot. Which is pretty significant because Han Solo is very strong on Boba Fett and currently only costs 4 points.
And he combos with Perceptive Copilot as well, right?
Indeed.
That's very good.
Yeah, so this time, instead of potentially stressing an enemy ship, he's getting 2 focus tokens if he uses Han. But again, the Sloane problem still persists, because Sloane grants rerolls on stressed ships, and Han Gunner grants you a red focus action. So yeah, with the amount of Boba Fett we're seeing at the moment, it's Sloane Bomber Swarm might actually be a reasonably good shout at the moment.
Well, someone said to me that Boba Fett was everywhere, and then I didn't see any Boba Fetts at the UKTC, but then I started doing this, and now I've seen 2 Boba Fetts. Of course, you won't have seen any Boba Fetts at Coruscant, Alex.
Well, not Boba Fett pilot.
That's true. That's what I meant.
Plenty of Boba Fett crew.
God, look at that. 115 points for Boba Fett.
That's a very expensive Boba. I just, obviously this list got to the final, so, Jesper must be doing something right, but I just feel like 2-ship lists don't have enough guns to really keep up at the moment.
See, I'm inclined to agree with you. I don't think I've seen any 2-ship lists in X-Wing 2.0, with the exception of the double defenders.
I've seen a couple of double defender lists. Francois at Coruscant had Rexlar and Vader, which seemed to do the trick for him. And I've seen a bunch of Boba and friend lists, so Boba Guri or Boba Fen. But because the chassis are so cheap at the moment, you can quite easily fit in a 3rd ship, be it a quad jumper or a escape craft. And the escape craft allows you to do the pre-move coordinate reinforce, and then allows Boba to do a focus later, which is slightly better than having that one evade.
Yeah, Boba with a reinforce on the front when he's jousting you would be nightmarish.
Oh yeah, I did it on the dice calculator, and you take something absurd like 15 3 dice attacks to kill.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Uh, well,
I mean, you
not
probably
in one
can't.
round.
No, yeah, that's what I meant. Not in one round. I mean, even a tie storm probably wouldn't pull that off in 2 rounds. You'd have to have all guns on target,
Twice.
and also they don't have three dice, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Hey, look, they're
They do
setting
at range
dials.
one, and being
Oh,
at
that's
range
true.
one is kind of important because Boba needs to have the
That
rerolls.
Boba likes to have some ships at range one, but not all of them, right?
It kind of depends. Um, like ideally, he wants to have like a bunch of ships at range one, but not with arcs on him. So like maybe like bumping one and shooting another is pretty ideal.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, like Boba is definitely the standout pilot at the moment.
Chris has gone for a slightly different setup in this game than his last game. So we'll see. Hasn't he? Has he?
I think it's the same.
Well, then I guess I'm just not paying attention.
Although
But
his
the rocks are quite different.
the rocks are different. Smaller rocks, more spread out. That'll definitely have an impact on the debris gambit to some extent. But as they're more spread out, then maybe he'll have more opportunities to trigger it than Matthias did in the previous game. So we'll see. I don't actually think Matthias used the evade tool against Chris last round, did he?
I did not see it happen,
So yeah, just
and I
slow
thought
rolling with
that
those bombers, waiting to see where Boba goes.
we've got some tactical space breaks there with the Alpha, obviously. Yeah, deliberately designed to keep that bomber back a bit.
Yep. Same opening move with Echo, which will allow her to then presumably decloak behind the bombers again, as in the last game.
And Fen Rao this time is on the far left flank. Last time he started in the middle and turned away.
Yeah.
So do you think Jesper will? Because I felt like Matthias in the last game didn't really prioritize Echo. So I wonder if Jesper will prioritize Echo a lot more.
Yeah, like I said previously, I think it's definitely the right answer. It's just really easier said than done when you've got like a bunch of bombers like screening her from you. Because like the optimal engagement really is like maybe you get a range 3 shot with Echo, but maybe like you don't, and she's just there to kind of grant the Sloan rerolls and the trigger.
Yeah,
I'm saying that like I know what I'm talking about. I'm kind of entirely guessing at this point.
I think. But Echo, you want Echo to be your endgame ship, right?
You definitely don't want Echo to die first.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here then. Because last time Fen turned away, but then he came around quite fast. That's the same move with the Alpha, right?
Yeah. So wow,
So it
pretty
looks
similar.
like
Last time he focused first round rather than barrel rolling away, so he's a little bit further back. So let's see if he banks the bombers in. Oh no, he's just turning them. Interesting.
that is interesting. But last time Fen Rao was coming around the top in front of where Balbe is now. This time Fen Rao looks like he's going for more of a flank on the side. Chris obviously prioritizing Fen, which he did in the last game as well. So that's interesting.
Yeah, but also potentially like leaving some space between the bombers and Bobber, and putting the Alpha up front to kind of give the opportunity to block. So if Bobber does do a fast move here, he could potentially end up with the Alpha blocking him next round, and then I was going to say a barrage of barrage rockets, but that doesn't work. Well, I suppose it kind of does.
It kind of works. I like it. I would have predicted though from Boba actually a hard turn to the left, which is so I would have potentially moved the bombers straight forward because now if they want to turn up towards Boba, they've got that little rock in the way.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a pretty nice position for the bombers, unless Bobber does something like turn right and then boost. because then they'll have a
You mean
drop
turn
zone
left
down.
and then boost, right?
No, I mean turn right, because if he goes right from here, then he can potentially get behind them whilst Fen kind of gets in the other flank. Although I suppose where that little rock is, he could 3-turn and 2-turn the bombers around it, and it'll probably be okay.
He's gone straight two here. So I meant when I said turn left, I meant towards the top of the screen.
So that would have been right.
Yes, you're bang on. I was the one that was correct. Yep. It's hard to tell. I'm sorry, everyone.
Yeah, fair.
But it looks like Bob is just heading straight for the swarm.
Which I think generally is probably the right answer.
Yep.
Because you're probably going to end up doing a lot of damage to something and then like riding through on those rerolls. It's just if the ranges are staggered like Chris has done here, then like he's really setting up to only have one reroll and all of the other shots coming in at a greater distance. So I don't think that's the best position for Bobber at the moment.
Yeah, you've got that little alpha dangling out front as well, going, "Hey, I'm probably going to sit somewhere inconvenient."
Yeah. So like the question really is going to be, is he going to try and overshoot the alpha, or sort of do the slow move and boost round?
Yeah. I would be tempted to do a big sort of like 3 forward or 4 forward. I guess not now that you're stressed,
Well,
but and then sort of boost.
yeah, I was going to say it would almost be better to have the 4 forward open, so that he
Yeah,
can do the fastest move he can. Try and just do as much damage with Bob before he pops, and then have Fen do sort of cleanup moves.
yeah. And if you can get Boba through the list and out the other side, he can be using his Marauder title to shoot out the back, while Fenn is still jousting the ships in the front, or picking them off as they're catering around to get Boba.
Exactly. And like bombers do not like Fen. He just cuts through them. It is absurd.
But it looks like he's gonna, with his 3 forward, I don't think that gives him enough forward momentum to clear where that interceptor is potentially going to be.
No. So declenching
Echo though.
Echo back makes me think that he's probably gonna go for the longer block with the Alpha, and then sort of just
Yep.
slow roll those bombers back, and then Echo will probably 1-turn in for that range 3 shot.
Yeah, I reckon big move from the interceptor, park in front of Boba Fett. Yeah, and then the bombers are all just like 1 forward, and Echo 1 turns in behind them.
Yeah.
And that 3 now is going to hit directly on that interceptor. Although I'm not sure if the 4 would have cleared. We'll have to see if we can eyeball it when the template goes down.
Yeah, possibly not actually.
But I think in the last game, the interceptor seemed to sort of struggle to sort of do anything relevant. But here it seems to be playing exactly the role that it seems intended for.
Yeah, for sure.
Slightly faster on this bomber.
Yeah, I guess the 1 forward would have probably like landed him on the very edge of that rock.
I mean, personally, I think he would have been fine, but in my experience, I'm much better at eyeballing asteroids than Chris.
But is Chris better at doing it on the table than you are on the stream? That's the question.
Almost certainly.
Yeah.
Also, he's probably actually just better at doing it than me now. That was a callback to a match we played in 2015.
Okay, strong.
Oh, I think is he debating a barrel roll here, or has
Yeah,
yeah
because at that point, if he bumps into the interceptor, then that gives Bobber 2 ships at range 1, which makes his reroll potential significantly higher. and he could potentially end up kind of more or less unscathed then.
Yeah. I have seen Baba with 2 rerolls just evade everything. It's
Yeah.
gross.
Also, the well, I guess it wouldn't have mattered because he wouldn't have had a focus. I was going to say the barrel roll would have given him bullseye on Bobber if he was blocked, but you need the focus token to shoot the barrage rockets, so that doesn't work.
Yeah, that was the issue I was having with the bombers when I was using them. I was K-turning all the time, and it looks like there's the 3 forward, and I think that the 4 would have cleared because when he held the template there just previously, it looked like it would have gone past the front of the interceptor's base.
Yeah, I think it did.
So I think the 4 would have passed the interceptor. It's just a question of whether it would have bumped. I think it probably would have bumped on the bomber behind him.
Yeah.
But I think that would actually be okay because it means 1 less shot coming in, and you've got a range 1 of that bomber right in front of you. With Fenn there, he might have even been able to take it off the board in 1 round.
That is true. I guess does the boost there put him into range 1 of the bomber at the back?
I think not. I think I think Fenn is not having a good time here. Actually, now that I think about it, the boost forward puts him at range 2 of 2 bombers and range 3 of Echo, which is not really ideal.
No, and if he wants the focus, then he needs the link, which then turns on the bomber rerolls. So again, not ideal.
Oh god, Sloan is so good.
Yeah.
I would actually be tempted to do a barrel roll to the left with Fenn.
Yeah, get that cheeky range 3 shot without any return fire.
Yeah, if you can go backwards and get out of range of the 2 bombers, the 2 back bombers that you're facing, that would be good. But hard to gauge on the table whether that would actually take you out of range. The gauge from video, sorry.
Yeah.
But I think it would also create an interesting dilemma where Chris has to turn sort of with Fenn from there. He could maybe be in a stronger position to sort of come at the bombers from sort of 2 45-degree angles.
If he doesn't take too much damage this round, then the follow-up turns could be quite strong for Jesper. So we'll see how that pans out.
It's like he is also having a similar thought process.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, he wanted Fenn to be here last turn.
Yeah, that would have been the ideal.
Yeah. So Bob has come in sort of like a turn ahead of Fenn, which is not ideal. Because now Fenn's sort of trapped at this awkward range.
Looks like
I mean, awkward for him.
For that guy.
And Fenn has always hated range 2.
Yes, that is the worst spot for him.
Aha. Camera, light glare. Here's what I saw. I saw Chris modify both dice. So I guess that's 2 of 8s.
Yeah. And then that is range 1 to get both of those rerolls.
So does Boba do Han Solo when he activates?
Before he engages. So yes.
Yep. So he can't use those focus tokens against I6 stuff. Not relevant in this game.
Yeah, correct.
2 more focus results. Too bad you spent your token, Chris. Take some damage.
That token served him well this round.
It's true.
But
He
yeah,
only
it's a
took
good
two
job he
after all.
spent it. Otherwise, that would have been a dead bomber.
Dun dun. Oh, blanks into blanks. Looks like he is taking on Finnegan.
Yeah, it looks like he spent a focus though, so we'll see which one he takes it off. Ah, it's Bobber.
Are you shooting Boba?
Yeah.
Oh, was it Echo? Of course it was Echo, because Echo shoots first. Ugh, ignore me. So I guess he's pouring it into Boba then. There we go. I am alarmed by the amount of damage that he's done to Boba. By which I mean not very much.
He has done one, right?
Yeah. Oh. Two more.
It's actually not too bad a start. And he's getting a lot of blanks into blanks, isn't he?
Shield down on Boba. He is, yeah.
Yeah, so like 4 shields in 1 round, that's not bad. That's like, nearly halfway there.
So I think those two bombers that are pointing straight forward, or straight towards the bottom of the screen here, K-turn. Interceptor. K-turns?
They also have the sloop now.
Interceptors can sloop now.
Yep.
That's true. Was it a 3 sloop?
There's a 3 sloop.
Oh, 3 sloop for sure then, because no, it's a K-turn. No, yes. No, it's just a 5 straight.
That's interesting.
I don't understand that. Yes, he doesn't want it to be blown up.
I mean, that's a reasonable thing to want of an interceptor. But I guess like he's now able to kind of swing back in and come right back round, and he'll have a ship behind them.
True. I'm a much more aggressive player than Chris. I would have absolutely K-turned it and just been like, sure, waste one of your 2 shots on my interceptor.
Well, sure. But then like Boba could conceivably kill it with just a butt shot. So
Yeah, but then he's not shooting at my bombers or my Phantom.
yeah. But the bobbers can take a few shots.
True story. And I suppose this is why Chris is in the final of the Store Championship, and I am not.
Fair. But I do like, you make an interesting point though. I do quite like, especially once they've damaged one ship. I really like K-turning stuff then to like tempt them to spread their fire a little bit. It's just always a little bit riskier on an interceptor because they do have only those 3 hit points. So all it takes is like 1 good shot and 1 bad roll to blow them up in one. Whereas with the bombers, like it's possible for Boba to like 1-shot one at range 1, but like it's very unlikely.
I'm not sure I like the position of these bombers now, though.
It kind of depends which way Boba goes, right? So if he one turns right and then boosts towards Echo, then that's a really good place for Boba. But like equally, the front bomber could end up blocking Fenrau, and then that's that. But yeah,
Boba was stressed, so
he's only taking 1 shot. I don't know.
He's in it. This is a pretty good position for Boba. He's taking 2 shots if Echo fires.
Yeah.
But now Fenn's here as well, you see.
And Fenn they could bump, so now he just boosts forward and shoots the other one, right?
Or he focuses for some reason. But they could conceivably take out a bomber here, just in one. One of the bombers has also gone down to 4 hull. I'm not sure which one it is, though.
Yeah, I'm really surprised he didn't boost there. Like, maybe it's just because the angle wouldn't quite work.
Can he link into a focus off a boost?
Yeah. Boost and power are both linked to focus on the fangs.
So that seems like that would have been preferable to me. Because now he's going at range 1 at the 1. Although Bob has got range 1 on that one too, so...
Yeah, that's true. They'll probably take out that bomber this round.
Yeah. It's just I'd prefer to take out the one at the back, because that's the one with the shot on Boba. And Bob is the one that's taking damage.
Yeah.
But hindsight's 2020. Looks like that bomber's taking a lot of... he's got at least one evade. Two crits. Looks like he's taking 2 crits. A wounded pilot. It's his bomber's favorite crit.
Yeah.
And a loose stabilizer.
So yeah, he's got to go bendy, and he has to roll for every action he takes if he gets stressed.
So I guess, but that was Fen, right?
That was fun.
Yeah. So his Fen fires before Boba. I know how X works. So now Boba's got to decide where he wants to put his damage. See, I guess maybe the one with 4 hull is the one that's bumped into Boba. Which is a smart play on Chris's part, because it means they can't focus fire the damaged one.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Han Solo stress isn't going to have too much of an impact this round either.
Yeah. Oof, that looks bad. Oh, that looks really bad.
Looks like we've got a dead bomber.
Dun, dun. No. Yes. It's that one that yeah. So he has focus fired the one at the front, and it has blown up. There's a copy of the Admiral Sloan card, and that's to explain why Boba just took 2 stress.
So
now he's got 3.
It's now triple stressed, so he has no actions at all for the next 2 rounds.
Which is bad.
It is bad.
Presumably that means he can't also benefit from Han Solo. I guess Han Solo gives you a focus action.
It is indeed a focus action, yeah. A red focus action. So he does have the contraband cybernetics though. So like he could potentially pop them to get another round of double focus. But then he'll have another stress token. So
yeah. But at least that'll keep Chris guessing, right? Like we were talking about in the commentary on the last video. The benefit of things like that are that it makes you more difficult to predict. Your opponent might make poor choices because they can't tell what you're going to do.
So is he going for Fen here with the barrage rocket, or is he going for Boba?
I guess we'll find out. It's Boba. Who evades? Looks like he evaded. Is he taking 1 damage?
No, just looks like he's all good.
I don't know if I like. I'm not sure I like this position for Chris.
No, I mean he's going to have a bit of a struggle to come back from that. I think
he's going to really have to make sure he capitalizes on these stress tokens on Boba Fett because, I mean, to be fair, Echo could do some serious damage. Boba Fett's only got 6 hull left, and he's got 3 stress. So Juke is going to be particularly good here.
Oh, for sure.
And
like he could
the Sloan rerolls are.
Yeah, he can kill Boba in 2 rounds with Echo potentially. That is not. Oh yeah, it's totally still the system phase. The decloak happens and the bomb happens. I was about to say I was surprised he didn't drop a bomb, but now is obviously the time that you do that.
So I guess that Echo decloaked before Boba dropped the bomb because Echo is I4 and Boba's I5.
Yes, correct.
That is an interesting consideration.
Yeah. Kind of makes Whisper, and especially Whisper with the choice of initiative, slightly stronger against Bob with bombs.
I guess that was the one with loose stabilizer.
Yeah.
Or is loose stabilizer you can or can't straight?
The loose stabilizer one died.
Oh, yes, you're right. That's why it's scored out.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. I guess he was just trying to avoid that rock.
I think maybe he saw the proton bomb coming and didn't want to end up on it behind Bobber. Because there's one thing that bombers do not like. It is crits.
That is a very sound observation. You're absolutely correct. That looks like they both don't like the look of that bomb.
Be interesting to see where Bobber goes now. Because I guess if he
Well, his
bumps into
options are basically straight and bank, right?
yeah, but I guess if he bumps into either the bomber or Echo, he's not eating the proton bomb, so he's probably reasonably happy wherever he goes this turn.
Well, imagine. Ooh, hello. He's decided he really wants to kill that TIE Phantom.
Well, it is the correct thing to go for, as previously discussed.
Yep, agreed. Is it a bump? It is a bump. Is
That
it a
is
bump?
if it's a bump, that's really nice for Bobber.
No, it looks like it's clear.
Although, is that range one of the proton bomb? I'm not entirely sure.
It is dangerously close to that proton bomb.
I'm still not sure of the geometry of medium bases. So, like, I don't know if like a one turn is like just a definite miss but looks close, or if it is like actually hitting anything.
There's an asteroid behind Boba as well, right? But he's not on it.
There's one in front of him, like kind of between Bobber and Fen.
Yeah, miles away from. Okay, so I guess the bomb went off and hit nothing.
Yes.
All right. Well, then Fen has no shot, so I guess we're going straight to Vet. Ooh, this is going to be a big moment. Is he good? I can't tell. It looks like 4 focus results. Wow, 1 hit and safe. All right, that was unfortunate for Jesper.
Yeah. That's what you get when you get triple stressed, I guess.
I would have been tempted to pop the contraband cybernetics and get Han Solo on the go there.
Yeah, because like potentially a good shot against Echo could like really swing the game back in his favor at this point.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Although I suppose maybe he's imagining that if he kills Echo, he's going to take another 2 stress, right? No,
Yeah.
he's not. That's not how Sloan works.
No, exactly.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So Bobber down to 3 with 2 crits.
Structural damage. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Bobber does not like structural damage.
And stunned pilot. Which means if he lands on an obstacle, he takes damage.
Or moves through one.
Ah.
So I don't know how close he is to that obstacle there. But if he clips that, then he could potentially be down to 1 hit point.
So I think a really good big hit into Echo there, by popping the contraband cybernetics and Han Solo, could have potentially taken the shields and maybe even done a hull.
Or even a crit.
Or even a crit, yep. And then you would have been facing away from all the Imperial ships. That would allow you to sort of move away and start clearing your 4 stress. Meanwhile, Fen could start chasing Echo and try and get the last damage on her.
Yeah, so I think the ideal play there would have been to like do something to start clearing those stress tokens and not getting shot, whilst Fen kind of threatens the bombers turning around. But then I guess it's obvious to kind of K-turn, and then suddenly Fen's in trouble if he's not fast enough.
When do you choose to use contraband cybernetics?
I think it's before you activate.
Before you activate. So
Yeah.
after everyone's set dials. So he could have used it at I-5.
Yes.
Because if that's the case, I would have surely popped it there. Because now the thing is, now he's on 3 hull, and he's probably not going to have a chance to really use it.
Yeah, it's a tricky one.
That interceptor has spent 3 turns turning around.
Yeah, it's before you activate, you spend a charge. If you do until the end of the round, you can perform actions and execute red maneuvers even while stressed. And in fact, it no longer gives you a stress token, which is pretty cool.
How many points is it?
I am not sure.
Ooh, is Echo K turning? Echo K turns. No, she doesn't. She just flies away. Well, at least the Imperials are clear of the proton bomb. Oh, Echo Cloaks. That's interesting.
Well, she's not pointing at anything. Might as well.
Yeah, she's going to get shot. So, well, maybe get shot. Who knows? See, and now he's moving away. He's clearing the stress, and this would be sort of. I would be tempted here to have just kind of flown Boba away and gone in. No, I don't know. Gone in with Fen. Tried to take out a bomber or that interceptor or something.
Yeah.
Boba reset his stress. Yeah, Echo continues to be incredibly slippery, which is great. It's great to see that that ship is sort of working the way it feels like it ought to.
Yeah, for sure. Although this is a very nasty list.
Chris's list.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is the. I mean, Echo might be sort of the sort of the most maneuverable and the unique ship in the list, but really, this list is all about Sloane.
Oh yeah, for sure. But like Echo is like a great chassis for like keeping Sloane on the board for as long as possible as well.
Yeah, and allowing you to really control Sloane's position. I don't think anything has quite as good positioning, repositioning opportunities as Echo.
I guess it kind of depends on how you look at it, right? Because like she's got the crazy amount of options, but then at the same time, like they're kind of limiting as well.
I think it's just a case of getting used to flying her.
Oh yeah, for sure. But like because of the decloaks, like with the like maneuvers as well, you can pretty much get her into any position that you really want to. But it's not. It's not. She's quite hard to keep on a tight little circle.
Yeah, she needs more space to play in than say Whisper.
Yeah. She's also a bit brain melting as well.
That's true. We've, I think, maybe 40 episodes ago, we might have talked about Echo Brain on the podcast.
Yeah. And I'm sure we will again.
Yeah, now that she's back on the table. Fun times. It's a brave new world. Boba cares not for stress.
Until he fails to kill the interceptor and then dies.
See, and now Fen is.
I don't.
Oh, good.
That's a scary place for Fen.
Yeah, that I don't like that position for Fen at all.
I think he can just get range one of the bombers, but then that leaves him like with Echo shooting as well.
I'd barrel roll towards Boba Fett, maybe. Oh no, he's going to just see, but now he's at range 2 of Echo and the other bomber, and he doesn't have a focus, and Echo's got juke, and ooh.
Yeah, so either needs to link the focus and just deal with the rerolls, or just hope for the best.
I think he looks like he's hoping for the best, which is not a good place to be in competitive X-Wing.
No.
Oh, no, he is doing it.
Okay, I think that's a slightly more sensible choice.
It turns out that rebellions are built on hope, but tournament wins are not. They're built on skill and practice.
And modification of dice.
And consistent dice modifications, yeah. That does look like a good Boba Fett hit, though. Sorry, a good Fenrir hit. Oh, yeah. 3, okay.
Decides not to spend the focus, which is probably a sensible
I
choice.
blanked. Oh, yeah, you mean with Fen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because
because he knows he's got Duke coming.
Well, a Bowers Rocket and a Duke is potentially a dead Fen, right?
All right, so this is Boba Fett into the Interceptor then. And
just a 2.
Oh, he's evaded 1. That's a crit. And I can't see what it is. But, it's a stun. He's got all the stun pilots. Not in the. Oh, actually, he's only got 1 in this game, but Jesper has 1 too, and I think Chris had 2 in the last game.
They have been coming up a lot, but they have not triggered very much.
No, I found them actually. I found that they haven't been triggering. That they don't trigger often.
Well, now it's not blocks; it's just obstacles. Like you've got a lot more control over whether you end up on them, right?
Yeah, and it's generally a bad idea to be on an obstacle anyway. All right, looks like Fenn's evaded 2 from Echo.
Take 1.
Yeah, it looks like he's taking a crit. And it's fuel leak.
Oh, that's not what you want for your first crit.
And 2 from the bomber with weapons failure. He evades. And this bomber's trying to get Boba Fett, but he can't reach, so.
That's right, it's a tokenless Fen. He might end up killing him. Especially if he gets a crit.
Ooh. What just happened? He picked up 3 cards. Fenn's dead. Oh my god. Yeah, see. Well, even the weapons failure.
That was a big turn, huh?
If the Interceptor kills Boba here, that's game.
I mean, yes, literally. Doesn't look like the Interceptor's got it.
No, he squeaked damage through. Yep, he did do 1 damage. No, he's done 2. He did 2 damage.
Did he?
Yeah, looks like Fenn's down to 1.
Boba.
Fett's down to 1, yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, this is not going well for Jesper, I'm afraid. Yeah, that hard 3 around the rock there with Fenn was a really bad idea. I don't know. Fenn is tricky, but he just wants to stay close, doesn't he? Like he doesn't getting Fenn out of the fight for repositioning. It's kind of counterintuitive. You want to keep him in the scrum. If he bumps a ship, it's not the end of the world because then it can't shoot him. So long as things are in arc.
Does not mind if he's only got 1 ship shooting him at close range because he's got his Fearless, he's got his Concordia face-off, and he's got his extra die. So like he can do work. It's that problem where he has multiple ships kind of on him that he really doesn't like to be there.
Ooh, Chris expertly hard turning around the rock.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I wonder if it's sort of residual, habitual play from when he used to have the auto thrusters at range 3.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, you don't want to be at range 3. But if you can get to a point where you're able to sort of like 5 trait boost, and then sort of bank boost in to kind of like readjust your facing quite significantly, then that can work pretty well. But otherwise, like just a lot of 1-turns and barrel rolls can do a lot of work for you as well.
But in this game, with the one exception of when Boba and Fen killed that bomber, it seemed to me that Fen was largely at range 2 of things, which is really not ideal.
Yeah, but I think that says more towards like how well Chris was able to sort of stagger his range bands, and use the threat of those bombers rather than necessarily because the moves weren't right from Fenn's part.
Yeah. Well, I think you're correct about that. Chris has done a very good job with his range bands.
Yeah, he's played this list pretty well. I mean, I would say really well, but I know he's going to listen to this, so I don't want him to get too excited.
I think that bomber just took the stress from Wounded Pilot. Has that not ever got triggered?
He barrel rolled and then linked into the lock.
Ah, right. Right, the Wounded Pilot one is dead.
Yeah.
Do your homework, Mike. God, I keep forgetting.
It's written right on the screen. You don't even need to do that much homework.
I'm just so excited I can't take my eyes off the movement of the ships.
Yeah. This could well be the last turn, we'll see.
I think this might be the last turn. Boba never really quite recovering from all that stress.
Yeah, it's been a very stressful game for Boba.
Oh, that interceptor has done such good blocking work this game.
Yeah.
Oof. Well, now's the time to use contraband cybernetics and Han Solo.
Yeah, if ever there was one.
Nope, he's still not doing it.
I don't know, did he use it earlier? He missed it? I'm not really sure.
No, he didn't. Chris has left a charge on it. He would have taken the charge off when he was editing. I think that he's just forgotten. To be fair, this will be game 6 after a long day. It's the finals of Store Champ. We all sort of make mistakes.
I guess you kind of with those like 1-charge cards, you kind of fall into the trap of is that 3 hits?
Yeah, game.
Yeah, game. Done.
Unavoidable. He had structural damage as well, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course he did. Wow. Congratulations to Chris for bringing it home.
Oh, look, he's got 186 points. I love it. That's perfect. Awesome. Well, congratulations to Chris. That was an expert game in how to control the range bands of your barrage bombers.
Indeed, it was. Very good. Well done, Chris.
Do not let Fen get into the scrum and chase them around because he'll just explode them all.
Yep, so if anyone in the UK, particularly the South, is watching this, Christopher is just really, really good. I wouldn't recommend picking up this list because you won't do as well.
If you want more top tips like that, please tune into the 186 Squadron Podcast, which comes out every few weeks and is hosted by our good friend Alex here.
That's me. Hello. Thank you all for watching.
Thanks for watching X-Wing Sweden, and enjoy the rest of the channel and the videos, and enjoy flying casually.
Yes.